I don't care what my team is doing there, but I shouldn't have died. He should be able to stop them because he is probably tanky enough to just run at them. Just kill the Ezreal and they'll stop doing it. Let's see. Just run at him, dude. Fucking diamond players. Victor's like, I need to get the Baron. Wait, don't stop hitting it. Okay. I thought the Victor ult was gonna steal it. Oh my god. All they needed to do was kill the Singed.
Hey guys, Minish Cup 1 here. It has been quite a while since I've made a video like this, a serious video. So, this is like my third or fourth time trying to record this video properly. I did it a few times and it just wasn't good enough for my standards, and I definitely don't want to upload something that's going to be... upload a video like this that's not going to be informative and entertaining, I guess. Like, I recorded a few takes and it was probably entertaining, I'm not sure, but I don't think the quality of my commentary was good enough for what standard I want to achieve. So I'm doing it again. Hopefully this take is pretty good enough to upload. So this game I am playing Singed versus Urgot. This is also the game, as you just saw in the clip, aforementioned clip, is that even the right word to use there? That I got a 1v4 quadra kill, versus the enemy team after my team got ace, and I will explain the whole process behind that, my thought process, exactly, you know, what I was thinking when I was doing something, why I was doing something, etc, etc, etc. My runes and masteries this game for laning versus Urgot are M-Pen reds, armor yellows, AP blues, and spell vamp quints. My masteries are 12-0-18, taking spell vamp in my ferocity tree, the 2% spell vamp, and taking the increased healing factor in the resolve tree, with Courage of the Colossus as my keystone mastery, also grabbing the bonus tenacity. As you can see, my health bar over here, just whenever I'm farming, it rises pretty rapidly. It looks like I'm regenerating health very quickly, but what I'm actually doing is tagging 6 minions plus an Urgot with my poison, which leads to pretty heavy health regen. As you can see, right... Well, you'll see it more whenever the health potion wears off. Right there, look at that health regen right there after the health potion wore off. It's like 6-7 HP per second whenever I have minions tagged. It's pretty insane. So the spell vamp runes give a lot of sustain, and the reason I think I'm gonna make an actual full video about this, but part of the reason I think that they're pretty justified in taking on Singed is because runes for Singed never really help his late game. His late game's already kind of meh. Yeah, it's better since they updated him, but his late game has always been kind of meh. That's just the type of champion that he has been. So I'm thinking, well, if I can make his early game, give him some sustain so he doesn't just get completely dumpstered in trades and laning phase, and he can actually farm a creep wave without taking too much damage, then, you know, maybe it'd be really good. Obviously, it sucks because spell vamp runes will no longer be a thing with the new mastery system, the new rune system, but for now, until preseason rolls around, they will be very good. I think currently spell vamp runes are the way to go on Singed. I'm not the only Singed player who's been running them. There have been a few other Singed players who are running them. I think I have the ability with spell vamp runes to... one of the biggest things is you can farm more than 1 or 2 waves before you get harassed out. Just because whenever you get harassed out, you can't really walk back to behind the enemy tower and start proxying. But right there, even though I took damage, I have regen most of my HP. I'm actually going to recall anyway, so that doesn't matter. But the idea is you can walk behind the enemy tower, and start proxying. And while you're proxying, you just heal all the damage that you would have taken, and you can save your health potions for whenever you get hit by something, like an enemy champion, or if you fuck up and get hit by a tower shot, you can pop a health potion. But just farming the minions while tanking them, you don't really need to use your potion charges, which is super duper helpful, I think. Even there, whenever Urgot autoed me, you can see in the bottom left, my health just ticking up, which is super helpful. Right there, I'm not trying to all-in Urgot, even though he's walking up to me. He wants me to all-in him. I'm not going to give him the chance just because if I were to all in him there, then he has a giant creep wave to fight with, and I thought it was super suspicious the way that Urgot was playing super far up, even though I know he, you know, is near my tower. If someone's playing like that, generally their jungler is probably waiting, at least in high elo. If you're in low elo, then odds are the enemy player is just being an idiot. But this game was recorded at around D1 MMR, so I figured, you know, if Urgot has enough balls to play that aggressively, then he's probably having his jungler, you know, camped out close by. And I was correct because Ezreal was sitting in my bottom tri-bush. Again, he auto-attacks me there, and you can just see my health regen go through the roof because I'm tagging 6 minions with my poison. It's as if he didn't even auto-attack me after I got done farming that wave, which is kind of crazy. Right here, I'm doing my first teleport bot lane. I see that they started fighting bottom. I get the W on Twitch so he can't flash, fling him over. Unfortunately, there's no taunt from Rammus, so they couldn't stop him from flashing the wall. Blitzcrank flashes, ends up dying, but then we start focusing Victor because Victor doesn't have summoners. Of course, I wasn't aware of this at the time, but I figure, hey, if he's gonna walk down, then we might as well try and kill him. I tried to set up a tower dive versus Twitch and Alistar, but I decided against it because my ultimate was about to run out, and I didn't have the mana, I didn't have Ghost. I didn't have the HP for it either after I took some tower shots, so I just backed off. Pay attention to where I'm backing versus where Rammus is backing. Where Rammus is backing is a very, 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 very common ward spot. And if you back there, odds are you're gonna get caught and die. But where I backed was farther out. Sure, it takes longer to walk over here and then recall, but it's not as greedy, you know what I'm saying? Items this game, my starting items were Refillable Potion and Dark Seal. The reason I got that is it's the standard starting for Singed right now. You get health regen, you get AP, you get mana, you get some sustain. Well, I guess when I said health regen, I meant potion regen, but yeah, it counts towards the same goal, I guess. But yeah, super standard start for Singed. Afterwards, I went Doran's Ring because I figure I'd be farming a lot versus Urgot. It's hard to kill Urgot pre-6 without having your ultimate because Urgot can just, you know, kind of kite you, walk away, do a lot of damage. So I figure, hey, if I go behind the tower and start proxying, I'll get all my mana back. I didn't really proxy that much this game because I ended up teleporting bot early game. But the idea still remains the same. My very first completed item was Ninja Tabby, and the reason I completed Ninja Tabby first was because, one, I wanted movement speed to get back to lane after I completed my teleport bot lane, and two, I felt like having Ninja Tabby versus Ezreal, Urgot, and Twitch, 3 physical damaging auto attackers. I guess Urgot's less of an auto attacker than the other two, but he still auto attacks. Having Tabby's damage reduction versus those 3 physical threats was very helpful, and it was. So here, pay attention to my health. This is with a potion, yeah. So it's a little bit inflated, but just look at my health rate, just completely filling up while I'm farming these creeps. It's pretty crazy. The effect is even more enhanced with this build whenever you have a corrupting potion. I did not go corrupting potion this game, I don't think, because I ended up rushing my items. But with a corrupting potion, you tagging 6 minions and walking through them, you could be half health and get to 75% or 85%, 90% health by the time you're done farming the creep wave, depending on how much AP you have, which is really, 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 really good, I think, for the idea of proxy Singed. Again, I'm very sad that there's not going to be a good Spellvamp replacement next season, but it is what it is right now, and we'll make do with what we have. I'm going to go ahead and rewind that just so you guys can see what happened in mid lane. So team gets into a fight, they pick off Alistar, Blitzcrank ends up dying here, and then I think Ezreal jumps towards Vel'Koz. Yeah, Vel'Koz ends up killing him, and Rammus dies, no big deal. I'm trying to walk down and get a flank gank, but Urgot pings me out there, and Victor doesn't walk left at all. He's just choosing to stay on that warded side. That side's warded for him, so he's going to play over on that side and not walk towards the unwarded side. Good play by him. That's what you do if you're in mid lane. After that, I recall because I already killed this creep wave up here, which means I have the freedom to walk down and recall if I need to. After doing so, I backed and I finished my corrupting potion. I did end up going corrupting potion. You guys will end up seeing the health regen that I'm talking about, and I got an Amp Tome. Tome, excuse me, is going to build into Rylai's, and Rylai's is my first big item this game. Okay, so I'm going to rewind this and show you guys my thought process. It's very important to know when you can get solo kills on Singed, because it's very rare for Singed versus a good opponent to be able to solo kill. Usually he relies on team fighting in high elo. However, this Urgot right here, I'm looking at his items. I know he hasn't backed as often as I have. All he has is Phage, Boots, Corrupting Potion. On the other hand, I have Tabby, Corrupting Potion, Amp Tome, Doran's Ring, and Dark Seal. He's pushed up to my tower, and I have my Summoner Ghost and my ult. So when I make that calculation in my head, I immediately just ghost, or sorry, I don't ghost, but I ult and start, you know, kiting him around, auto-attacking him. He flings me back, so after I fling him, so I pop ghost and start running along with him, auto-attacking, getting my micro in there. He flashes super late after he sees Rammus because he assumed that he would live, but I just ended up walking under tower, auto-attacking a few times and getting the kill. No big deal, but in a situation like that, you really have to recognize when it is you can have that solo kill pressure. And generally with Singed in the early game, it's going to be a stat check. Most of the times with Singed, it's going to be a stat check fight that you have to look for. If you have more items or a level advantage on your opponent, then go for the 1v1. Right here, I'm telling Urgot, or not Urgot, I'm telling Rammus to use his ultimate so we can take this tower faster. Because Rammus' ultimate helps push towers. For some reason, he wasn't using it, but he ends up using it, and we get the first tower first blood. I suppose that's a better way to say it. End up recalling there. Bot lane gets a kill. Bot lane gets another kill here, I think. Or no, he ends up knocking away Ashe. Good decision. Oh no, he dies. Yeah, he totally dies. Yeah, okay, cool. I recall and I buy Blasting Wand. Blasting Wand, of course, to build into Rylai's. I'm prioritizing the AP portion of Rylai's. I'm not buying the health crystal yet. I'm prioritizing the ability power over the health because I'm not, you know, predicting that anyone on the enemy team is going to be super fed. Yeah, Twitch has 3 kills, but my Ashe has 4 kills, so it's not a super big deal if I don't have the early health yet. Plus, I have Courage of the Colossus. This is something that I want Courage of the Colossus to soak up some teamfight damage. This is something that's very important that I want to highlight. If your lane is... I'm going to go ahead and rewind that, actually, so I can just show you guys. If your lane is pushed up, and you don't know what to do, and you can't roam bot, and because they're dead, you can't roam mid because he's under tower, just take a jungle camp. If you take that in lower elo, yeah, your jungler is going to bitch at you for taking his camps, but ideally you want to be taking camps whenever you can to prioritize your efficiency. Taking camps whenever you're not doing anything else is just efficiency. Right there, I tagged the blue thing, the fucking plant, and I tagged Urgot, so my mid laner knows that he's there, which is good. Probably saved his life there, so Urgot didn't get a gank. But yeah, always be trying to fight something. It's very important that you always try and fight something because you want to always be getting stronger. You want to always have a gold income. You always want to have an EXP income. If you're not fighting something in League and you're not a support, then you're doing it wrong. You always need to be killing something. Or looking to gank. Just be very productive with the time that you have in-game to have as much of an effect as you can. Because by me taking this camp, Ezreal had also invaded and it denied him that camp. Let's see how close he is to level 9. He's not close to level 9, but it denied him future EXP as well, and it denied him the gold that would have just gotten stolen from my Rammus. Right here, I noticed that my team is posturing mid, so I'm watching mid, right? I'm walking over here, they decide to back off, so I'm just chilling, deciding what to do. I see that Urgot's pushing top in, so I end up going top. My teleport is up, so I'm not afraid of a team fight breaking out because I can just teleport. So I start pushing this wave, and I notice that my team is having a bit of a scuffle in mid lane. I'm paying close attention to this. While I'm farming, I'm watching this. I see the hook happen, and I see the tower shot coming down on the cannon minion. As soon as I see that happen, I'm channeling my teleport. I don't care about this creep wave because it's more important that I play with my team here. By doing this teleport, I also prevented Urgot from having a flank on my team. I did also, in addition to that, I made it so that my team had extra time on that cannon minion to push the tower with. And I pressured the enemy Urgot because now he has to be mid. If he goes top to push, then we just dive their tier 2 tower because Alistar has to recall. Right here, I'm gonna actually rewind this. This is important to talk about. So, okay. So right here, I see Rammus going for Ezreal. He ends up catching the Ezreal right there. I'm trying to make sure that I have a proper W on him, waiting for the taunt effect to wear off at just the right time to W him so he can't flash away. I end up fucking it up. I fling him there, and he ends up somehow, like, he cancels a fling with his essence. I think that's what it's called, essence flux or whatever the fuck his teleport is. It's been a long time since I played Ezreal. I want to focus on Ezreal. Arcane shift, that's what it's called. All right, good for you, Ezreal. But we end up catching him, getting the kill. Not much else we can do other than take dragon, so I'm pinging my team to take dragon, and we end up killing it. So we get a kill, a tower, and a dragon for the price of my teleport, which is awesome. It's a great situation to be in. So after that, I end up backing and buying my Rylai's and a health crystal. After I have Rylai's, I'm not too concerned about my damage output until it gets to late game. Sorry, mid game, like late mid game, I guess, which is ideally you want to have Leandry's completed as soon as possible, but some games it's not possible. This game, it will be possible for me to complete a Leandry second because I end up farming a lot and getting a few kills here and there. So I can get the extra health that I need to kind of survive some of these team fights that are going to come up. Farming the wave, no big deal. Also, Rylai's is a very good first item because of the slow that it provides. In addition to your passive, it makes you very sticky. Makes you a very effective team fighter. I'm gonna go ahead and rewind that. So a small fight breaks down in mid. I don't have the Rift Herald right now. I think they just, yeah, they just catch Ezreal, they end up killing him, so that's good. Get that catch for the price of Rammus's flash. Farming mid. Right now I'm pinging Rift Herald because, again, I'm looking to kill something. I'm looking to do an objective with their jungler being down. Vel'Koz responds. We end up killing Rift Herald, I think. Yeah. Kill Rift Herald here. I grab it because I have a lot of pressure in top lane. Urgot can't really 1v1 me. Well, he can, but he can't kill me, you know? So that's very important. If I were to put the Rift Herald down, I could just kind of ignore him while I push the tower. Did he just get caught there? I'm pretty sure Urgot I think he DC'd there or he rage quit, one of the two. But he walks up, ends up getting hooked. CC'd perfectly. I put the W on him. He can't flash. He's probably just... Okay, so we get the kill. He CC'd literally the entire time, and then he quits. That can be very frustrating, I think, for him to go through that. Ash tries to 1v1 Victor, dies. Don't do that if you're an AD carry. Without your support, you don't have your Ardent Sensor to save your ass. You don't have the entire class devoted to saving you, to save you. Okay, so this part's important. I'm watching Urgot because I have a Rift Herald on me, and I'm watching Urgot. As soon as I see his teleport come down, what do? I put my Rift Herald down right here. Actually, no, I wait until he completes the channel. After I know he completes the channel, he doesn't cancel it, I put it down. I was spamming it, so I dropped my ward too, but it's no big deal. So I know that Urgot does not have teleport to respond to this, which means he has to spend an 8-second recall or walk up here. One of the two. So I just start pushing it, because Rift Herald does a lot of damage to towers. My team is getting kills while I'm pushing. They're pinging back. Alistar starts recalling. Urgot's dead, so I know I have that much freedom. I don't know where Twitch is, but I'm assuming Twitch is recalled. Right here, I make a big mistake. Instead of just walking or taking the tower and walking away, I pop my ult and Ghost to try and kill Twitch under tower. Sorry, to try and kill Victor under tower. I should have just, after flinging Victor, I should have just walked away all the way over here and just ran away. I would have ended up getting away, but I flung him and then I ran right into their base thinking that I could just, you know, do some stupid shit and get away, but I couldn't because in high elo, people respond appropriately to shit like that. I drew pressure for my team, but they would have ended up doing this much damage to the tower regardless of whether or not I made that play. If I had lived, then this would have been a complete win for us because then I'm getting 1 kill, 2 kills, I think 3 kills here. Oh, now Twitch gets away. Yeah, so that would have been a pretty big win. I don't know if they would have gotten out scot-free, but they would have gotten out. So that is a thing. So yeah, they went 3 for 1 there. Nope, 3 for 2. Ezreal ult sniped Ashe. 4 for 3. Because I guess Rammus killed Twitch. What a game, huh? So I finished Leandry's there because that's my damage-dealing core. After Leandry's, I am going to be building full tank items, with the exception of possibly a Banshee's Veil if I need damage. Right here, I see Ezreal farming, try to W him so I can catch him. Doesn't work out. He just walks out of it, then Arcane shifts away. I'm pinging Dragon because that's the objective that we need to do to get further pressure in this game to try and force their hand and win. Dragon's very important for that. If you have the advantage in the game, just force Dragon on spawn. If they can't stop you, then there's no reason not to do it. It gives you a safety net, it gives you scaling, it gives you, you know, just overall good stat effects. My favorite Dragon personally to have is Wind or Ocean, because those two are the best on Singed. He gets health regen or gets movement speed, those two things that he likes to have. Blitzcrank catches Ezreal here, then Vel'Koz ults him and kills him. I'm not being trigger happy with my ultimate, except right here when I notice that it's a fight that I can possibly commit to. I spam fling on Victor, get the fling, it gets interrupted by my Rammus, but that's okay. We also end up killing Urgot. Now, what happens next is very, very important if you want to climb elo. If you want to climb elo, then pay attention to this next part. We have 2 inhibitors that we can take here because they have 3 people dead. And we take those inhibitors, right? Now pay attention to what I do versus what my monkey teammates do. Alright, we take these inhibitors, and the first thing I do is I walk away, I ping back, I'm spamming back on my team. Also, during the actual game, I was typing back, don't grade, back, walk away, back, recall, recall, recall. Because it's very important to recall after a situation like that and not throw. I'm gonna just pause right here. We don't have ultimates. Remus ult is down, my ult's down, Vel'Koz ult is down. We don't have summoners. Vel'Koz doesn't have summoners. He's also, for whatever reason, I guess Blitzcrank doesn't flash. The one person who doesn't have summoners is the one person who ends up staying and getting caught, which is very silly. But if you just got done pushing 2 inhibitors and the enemy team is spawning and you're low on health and you're low on mana and two or three people on your team don't have ults or summoner spells, just fucking recall. Just honestly, just fucking recall. Because if you don't, then you're gonna do shit like this and you're gonna start throwing the game because the enemy team is not dumb. They're still trying to win. They're not trying to lose. Just fucking recall and make the game easier for your entire team. For just please fucking recall. You don't need, if you just took 2 inhibitors and none of you are dead, you can recall and just run to Baron and make sure they're not doing it. Because if they are doing it, then you just kill them again. Because by that point, you have your ultimates back up. But just immediately, just trying to fight like this and be greedy with it, don't do that shit. Just recall. It's not hard. So they end up killing Twitch, but the problem is Ashe ends up dying here. Yeah, so no, not yet. They greed super hard for the red buff again. Rammus goes for a fight. Ezreal ult snipes Vel'Koz. Urgot ult snipes Ashe. Rammus ends up dying here. Blitzcrank ends up dying here. And I'm over here, right? I'm over here just farming the wave, you know, getting ready to recall like a good fucking player. Not being in the fight in their jungle or not getting caught at their inhibitor after they spawned. Because that's what you should do. You should fucking recall in a situation like that. I'm very upset about this. It's very upsetting to me that Diamond 1 players don't know this basic fucking strategy. Either they know or they just don't care. And if they don't care, that's even more sad. I can understand them not knowing because, no, you know, like no one's perfect. But if they just don't care, then why do you even play? You know, why do you even play ranked if you don't care about winning? It infuriates me. So right here, I'm going to explain my thought process. My ultimate is coming up in... It's definitely not up right now. That's completely wrong. I'm not sure why it says that my ultimate's up when it's not. I'm going to go ahead and rewind. Okay. So my ultimate is on a 20-second cooldown right now. I am trying to make sense of the situation. I see that the Scuttle Crab is half health, so I'm like, okay, I'll just kill the Scuttle Crab, and whenever I start to try and fight them, I'll have the movement speed from it. Fling it, kill it. Fling is now on a 7-second cooldown. I'm going to pause right here. Fling is on a 6-second cooldown, or was on a 5-second cooldown. I'm going to play. Really sad that the cooldowns get messed up. My ultimate, why does it do that? Whenever I pause, the cooldowns keep running, but my ultimate's not up yet. I'm just going to rewind because it's being uncooperative. But yeah, ultimate's still on cooldown right here. Fling is also on cooldown now. I see that the Baron is getting lower and lower. Now I have vision from Scuttle Crab, so I also have the speed from Scuttle Crab. Right here, when I pop Ghost right there, I'm trying to bait out Alistar's EQ because my ultimate's not up yet. Now my ultimate's up. So as soon as he uses E, I pop ultimate and run back in over the Scuttle Crab. Fling to kill Ezreal instantly. Get the kill on Alistar, auto-attack Urgot for the kill. Notice that Victor's low on mana. He popped his ultimate on Baron, but Baron, he was hitting Baron, so Baron debuffed him. My Fling is about to come up, and I last hit the Baron. I was just trying to stall that entire time for my ultimate to come up, which is why I didn't go in instantly. Because if I went in instantly, they would have just turned on me and killed me because I wouldn't have resistances from my ultimate, which is very important. I wouldn't have had AP from my ultimate, wouldn't have had health regen from my ultimate. All these stats are really important. Singed can't really fight in a team fight without his ultimate, so you can't really expect him to do a 1v4 without his ultimate either. It's absurd. He needs that ability to fight, especially versus good players. Linked my Twitch in all chat after that, and then we start to push in last inhibitor, or push the last lane that we need to push. Make sure you fucking recall. Take 2 inhibitors and under your team instead. If you don't fucking recall, I'll find you. We get the Fling on Ezreal. He E's out. At this point, Rammus is like, no, this is not where Rammus goes, and Rammus is still back here. He doesn't go in yet. Yeah, just casual siege. We have Ocean Dragon, so it's super easy to try and find fights like this. Rammus goes apeshit to try and find a pick. We start the fight. Vel'Koz goes down. I see Twitch. Twitch dies. I try to find someone. I don't have ultimate, but I'm still taking the tower, which is okay. We're just kind of fight Santa Claus. They don't really stand a chance, honestly. An enemy team, unless we just suicide like into them, they don't stand a chance in this fight because we're so far ahead. With Baron buff. Ashe did some stupid shit there and ran all the way up and died. That's okay, we just take the third inhib and then we end the game after that. But seriously, just make sure that you guys recall after you take 2 inhibitors for free. One of my biggest pet peeves in League of Legends. I liked making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, thumbs up, all that stupid shit. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.